Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Celeste Gashohe. Today is another episode of Story Time with yours truly, myself. I hope you're well. I'm well. So I'm going to be telling you a story of how I got a second big lead role last year after giving birth. So many of you know the story of how I got the role Selena, my first big lead role, and it did so well, which I'm so grateful for. Just a recap for the people that do not know about the story. I've done this story so many times in interviews, but I'll just have a little recap about it. So I was shooting another show in a Kikuyu television, and I was a supporting character, but now this season was ending, and I was supposed to be shooting, and then I saw these Selena auditions. The first time I didn't go, the second time I didn't go. Reason being, I was shooting this at a show. But now the third time, a friend of mine texted me and she was like, they've not yet gotten another, like a lead role, and I think this is you. And also my sister, my big sister, we read the character Bible and she was like, this is you. And in my heart, I kind of knew this was me. This was for me. And I told God, if this is for me, I'm going tomorrow morning, do the audition, and then go back to shooting. So I told the producer of this show that I'm shooting, I'm going to be late tomorrow. And then he was like, okay, by 11, you should be at work. I was like, okay. And still, I was going to school in Kenya Institute of Management. So I went, did my audition, and then ran off, got to work. By the time I was getting to work, I had like, I think more than 7 missed calls. Or missed calls of the casting director, Gerald Langiri. And I was like, wow, what's this? I called him back and he was angry at me. He was like, why are you not picking up your calls? No. I was like, I'm sorry. I was young. I was like, I'm sorry. He was like, come tomorrow. We need to talk. That's how I got it. I went, we negotiated. I did the fitting. I did makeup test. Even though in Selena season 1, I rarely had makeup. Like it was a remis, my people. And I really enjoyed it. So that was it. Fast forward, 5 years later, I'm done with Selena. And fast forward, when I'm done with Selena, 3 weeks after I wrap shooting the last season of Selena, I'm going to give birth. Yeah, I'll tell you guys of my birth story very soon. So I give birth, and then thankfully safe delivery. Thank God. That story is coming. I'll tell you that story. Yeah. So fast forward 5 months, I am home and I'm thinking, I need to go back to work. I need to get back to work. Like I'm feeling like I'm home. Like I've been home for five months. This is not me at all. So I'm like, I have to look for work. I text some casting directors and I'm like, I'm open for auditions. My maternity leave is over. And all of them are like, okay, if we hear of any auditioning that we are going to be doing, we will let you know. But now I see this audition post on Gerard Langiri's posts on Instagram stories, and I'm like, do I audition for this? And I shared with hubby and my manager, and they were like, yeah, go for it if you want to. I was like, this is an opportunity. I sent an email of a monologue, and then they reached out. They were like, yes, you were shortlisted, and come for the physical audition. I went to KNT for the physical audition, and this time I'm 5 months postpartum, and I'm thinking, hey, will I be able to do this if I get the role? Nana. But I was like, I need to do this. I have to do this. So this time, my friend Natalie Gidenji, we meet in town, and then she takes me for the auditions. I get there, and guess what? Some chicks, they just see me, and they're like, wow. Hey. Manze sasa tutageti role. Will we get the role if Celeste Ngashohe is here? And I hear them, and my response was, let me tell you, if it's yours, it's yours. If it's not yours, it's not yours. If it's mine, it's mine. As in, it doesn't matter how you are, go do your best. And I told them that we were to do our best. And then Gerald came, and then he told us, if you're ready, come in. I wasn't ready. I was still getting my lines. I got my lines, and I was, every time I go for auditions, I shake and I'm terrified. But I was like, I need to do this because I had left home in the morning, and I was doing some monologues, my personal monologues that in this YouTube channel. You can check them out. And I had stayed for the whole, I had not pumped. My baby had not breastfed, so my boobs were bursting, as in I really needed to go. So I was like, I need to go do my audition and go home. Gerald came and he was like, who is ready? And I was like, then he joked, he was like, Celestine, show off. And I was like, no, I just need to go. Like, my boobs were so swollen, yeah. And then I wished I had carried my pump. Ugh. If you're a mother, you know how it feels. So I went in, and this was Bolton production now. I auditioned, and I remember Keith Chwaga was one who read the lines for Alex. And the moment I was going to get out, they were like, excuse me, just don't leave, just they gave me another script for, if you've watched Q, for Diana. They gave me the script, and they told me, please have the lines and then come back. Wait, I'm thinking my boobs are going to kill me. I got the lines, and then he came back. He was like, who is ready? Next. I was like, I'm ready. I needed to go home. So I went in again, did the role, and then when I was leaving, they told me again, please don't leave, just get the lines again and try another way. I was like, what? I told Gerard, I'm supposed to go. He was like, no, just do them. And then I remember the director, producer Moulton, came to me, and he was like, the script had an F word, and when I said it the first time, I didn't really say it. I think I stuttered, and he came and told me, Yani, you can't even say the F word when you're acting. I was like, give me time, I'm going to have the lines. He told me, give it to me, like, just let loose, you need to let loose, I was like, okay. Natalie helped me to get the lines again, and then Gerard came. I was like, I'm ready, I gotta go. I entered, I did the audition, and then I went out. They were like, okay, thank you so much for coming. I went out, and I went home. And I waited for like 2 weeks, and I really needed, I wanted to have this job. And then I was emailed and told, unfortunately, you didn't get the role, someone else got it, but we'll keep you in mind. You know, the normal things that we are told after auditioning. And I was like, okay. I literally wasn't angry. I was like, okay, it wasn't mine. Moving to the next. So I'm home, and we were supposed to have a meeting with a client. I was doing influencing for them on my social media. And when we went to my sister-in-law's place. We were passing by with hubby, and we were going for that meeting. I was doing an influencing also for another company, and I was shooting. So we went there, and we were talking about, we literally talk about God, I think, every time that we meet, with my sister-in-laws and my hubby. So we were there, and I remember a friend of mine who was supposed to be cast in that show called me, and he was like, you know, they told me to go for the audition, for a meeting, nini. He just told me some few things, and then I told him, me I didn't get the role, but I'm really praying that God just sees me. And what the exact words I said, Aki Mungu si ani spot too, like Celestine show him. And we were like, okay, amen, let's hope so, you'll get another job. Then we left. We were going to Village Market, from Kitusuru to Village Market. And just before we get to Village Market, I see the producer's number calling me. I literally felt a skip in my heart, like, I showed Happy. I was like, what? He's calling me. And then I took, he told me pick up. I picked up. And then he was like, hi, Celestine. Hey, the God that you pray, he is working wonders for you. The prayers that your grandmother is praying for you are working. He literally told me, you got the role, and it was such a back and forth in the office, but the client kept on saying, we want Celestine from Selena. And he was like, which one? Which one? And I remember he shared with me, he was like, he was afraid that I wasn't going to get another job after Selena because of the whole Selena title. And also I was scared because most of the people, even in the industry, they were telling me, wow, like, will you ever get a job? Na 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 na. And it was so scary. But this time, like, God answered my prayers within 30 minutes. Like, not even 30, below 30 minutes, from the time we left my sister-in-law's place to the time we were getting to a village market. And everything he told me was, you know what, we need to meet, you need to sign the contract. I was like, send me the details. And he told me the amount I was going to be paid. He told me the he sent me the contract, as in it was. And mind you, this time I had again gotten a role in TZ to do Yalaiti. So I couldn't meet him because I was going to shoot for 2 weeks, and I was going with baby and nanny. And so I told him, I'm going to TZ to shoot, so let me come after let me come to the office after I return, because I was traveling like 2 days. So that's how I got the role. Came back from TZ. I'll tell you a story of how I got the TZ job. I came back from TZ, went and met him, we signed, we talked on everything, and that was it. The moment I signed the contract, I knew I was going to, the project was going to be for 5 months, and that was it. I went back on set. I was so happy. And I remember people just, I got on set and some people were like, you're back, you're back. And I was like, what did you expect? Now that you gave birth, it's like your life is over or something. And that was it. That, like, this is a testimony for me. Like, God changed so many things. Like, the producer told me the battles that were in those offices were just crazy, but they kept on mentioning my name and they kept on saying, we want this one. And he literally told me he had to confirm, Celestine Gashohe, which one? It's for Selena. Yes. And that's how I got the role. And I thank God for Kiyu did so well, and also Multan, and also Gerard Langiri, man. Thank you. I really thank God for them because of believing in me. So thank you so much for watching. See you next time on the next episode of Storytime. The next time I'll be telling you on how I got Yala Iti in TZ. And thank you so much. God bless you. Subscribe, share, comment, and ciao. God bless you.